On May 30th, 2005, an 18-year-old American student walked out of a crowded nightclub in Aruba with 3 men. She never returned. Nearly 20 years later, her body has never been found, and the questions surrounding her final hours still refuse to fade. This is the story of Natalee Holloway. Natalee Ann Holloway had just graduated from Mountain Brook High School in Alabama. To celebrate, she joined more than 100 classmates on a senior trip to the Caribbean island of Aruba in late May 2005. It was meant to be a carefree milestone, a few days of beaches, nightlife, and freedom before returning home. The group arrived on May 26th and spent their evenings visiting restaurants and popular clubs in Oranjestad, that's Aruba's capital. By all accounts, Natalee was excited and looking forward to returning home. Her flight back to Alabama was scheduled for the morning of May 30th. She never made it. In the early hours of May 30th, witnesses saw Natalee at Carol's and Charlie's, a busy nightclub frequented by tourists. Around 1:30 a.m., she was seen leaving the venue with 3 local young men, Joran van der Sloot and brothers Deepak and Satish Kalpo. Multiple witnesses confirmed she entered a car with them. That moment, stepping into the vehicle, became the last confirmed sighting of Natalee Holloway. What happened next would unravel in one of the most scrutinized timelines in modern true crime history. Later that morning, classmates gathered at the airport to return home. Natalee never arrived. Her luggage, passport, and personal belongings were still in her hotel room at the Holiday Inn. She hadn't packed, she hadn't checked out. There was no indication she planned to stay behind. Within hours, concern turned into alarm. Aruban authorities were notified, and the search began. When questioned, van der Sloot and the Kalpo brothers initially told police they had dropped Natalee off near her hotel around 2 a.m. But there was a problem. No one saw her return. She wasn't captured on hotel cameras, and she never entered her room. As investigators pressed for details, their accounts shifted. Timelines changed. Key details were revised. Those inconsistencies quickly became central to the investigation and raised troubling questions. Natalee's mother, Beth Holloway, flew to Aruba within hours of learning her daughter was missing. She worked alongside local authorities, volunteers, and eventually U.S. officials to keep the search moving. Aruban police, Dutch military personnel, and FBI agents searched beaches, scrubland, and nearby waters. Divers combed the ocean floor. Aircraft scanned the island from above. Nothing was found. No clothing, no personal items, no physical trace. As days turned into weeks, the case captured international attention. On June 9, 2005, roughly 10 days after Natalee vanished, police detained van der Sloot and the Kalpo brothers for questioning. The arrests offered a sense of momentum, but it didn't last. Due to the lack of physical evidence, the Kalpo brothers were released in early July. Van der Sloot remained in custody longer, but he too was released later that year. Despite being the last known person seen with Natalee, no charges were filed. The case stalled. Over the years, investigators chased dozens of leads. In 2010, bone fragments discovered near an Aruban beach briefly reignited hope. But forensic testing later confirmed they were not linked to Natalee and may not have been human at all. Private investigators, televised tips, and alleged witnesses surfaced repeatedly. Each time, hope surged and then faded. For the Holloway family, the absence of answers became a permanent reality. For nearly 2 decades, no one was ever charged in connection with Natalee Holloway's disappearance. Then in 2023, something unexpected happened. Joran van der Sloot, by then serving a prison sentence in South America for an unrelated crime, admitted in a U.S. court that he had caused Natalee's death the night she disappeared. The admission came as part of a plea deal related to extortion and wire fraud, stemming from attempts to profit by offering information to Natalee's family. But even then, the case did not legally close. Without physical remains and due to jurisdictional limits, no prosecution in Aruba followed. Today, Natalee Holloway's disappearance remains officially unresolved under Aruban law. Her body has never been recovered. The exact circumstances of her death remain unclear, and the timeline of that night still contains gaps that may never be filled. Her case endures not only because of its mystery, but because it highlights how quickly ordinary moments can turn into lifelong questions. A graduation trip, one late-night decision, and a disappearance that continues to haunt the world. What do you think happened in Natalee Holloway's final hours? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more carefully researched true crime stories.